I have not said that it is not possible, but I have said in the past, you know, we need to learn from the mistakes we made in the past. One of the things that I have learned in the past, I'm beginning my 8th year as SG in February of this party. One of the things we've learned in the past is that we have a responsibility to advise our leaders. And the beauty with the party leader Raila Odinga is that he always falls back to his troops to advise him. And he listens to the advice. The advice that we failed to give in 2018-2022 was that you were associating with a government that was extremely unpopular and that we were going to end up carrying the burden of incumbency when indeed it was not our government. This is the exact same situation that we find ourselves in. But the responsibility on the people who believe in ODM, who believe in the values of this party, is to not make the same mistake we made last time by keeping quiet and saying, oh, let us just keep quiet, this thing will work out. It did not work out. We are not going to make the same mistake. We have a responsibility to say, and I've said it here, it doesn't matter if you are not performing as an incumbent, if you are doing the things that this government is doing, it doesn't matter who supports you, you will still come up short. And I've given you the example of what we did last election. We had a coalition of 26 political parties, including a sitting president. We still came up short, Trevor, because we did not address the issues of the people. And the incumbency, the presidency, all those things that were happening, including the bodies showing up in Rivayala, the state of the economy, the demolitions, all of those things, we ended up carrying that burden. And I'm telling you, for as long as I'm SG of ODM, I am sworn to give proper advice to my party leader. I cannot go to Bungoma and be told by the people who supported Ruto that they no longer see him as somebody they can support. Then I come and report the opposite. I am not helping my party leader.
Should your party insist that this is the direction we're taking, what happens?
We will cross that bridge when we get there. I can tell you for a fact, Trevor, at the end of the day, my responsibility is to put things on record so that history can record that I warned that this is something that would still hurt us as a political entity. And honestly speaking, if you look at the political dynamics in the country right now, it would be very foolish for ODM not to field a presidential candidate. It would be extremely foolish. If you look at the math, President Ruto was declared president by a margin of 200,000 votes. All Raila needs to do, all ODM needs to do is to keep all its constituencies. We have not lost any of our constituencies.
Okay.
He has lost almost half of his constituency in Mount Kenya.
Okay.
How do you then support somebody? How do you help somebody when you can help yourself? That is something that does not make any sense.
That's why I say that.
You've also been accused of being an opportunistic party.
No. I want to assure our agenda that, first and foremost, Kalonzo Musyoka will not join a singing government, will not join a lying government, will not join a government which has lost more than half of his supporters. That I can assure him. And I can also assure our agenda, Kalonzo Musyoka, who is the leader of Wiper Party, will also be fielded as a presidential candidate by Wiper. And we are free to form coalition arrangements with any other parties of the day at that particular moment. So,
sitting with your Secretary General, in a line like this, we were like 26 SGs when we were signing the NASA coalition agreement in KICC. I have not signed any agreement, and I can speak authoritatively. There is no agreement between ODM and UDA about 2027. And I'm telling you, Trevor, I've said on this show, and I will repeat it. If you are unpopular, it doesn't matter how many leaders you bring around you. We will lose the election with Ruto even if we supported him as ODM. I am very clear in my mind. Because the people are clear in their minds on what a government is supposed to do. And for as long as you're not addressing those things, it doesn't matter. We lost an election with 26 parties. I remember I've said it here on this show, Manzo. Even the logistics of just sitting the principals here was a problem. We had, in one county, you have 3 principals. One county, like Meru, you remember we had Kraitu Murungi, we had Munya, the whole of them are principals. But we still came up short. That tells you that if you don't deliver on your promises, if institutions such as the Catholic Church are calling you out for a culture of lies, you have unkept promises, you are kidnapping young people, I am telling you it doesn't matter who supports you.
Okay.
You will still lose the election.
All right.
So for me, these leaders that are speaking, let them exercise their freedom of speech. Because at the end of the day, ODM is a democratic party.
Okay.
People are allowed to express themselves.
So you're not taking Ojienda's invite when he says you joined him again?
No. Ojienda knows. Ojienda knows my position on this issue. First of all, as a member of parliament, I have said, when you are elected into parliament, you are a member of government as a member of an arm of government. And we are the people who cede our own power to the executive.
Okay.
When Ojienda goes to prostrate himself before the head of state at State House, so that he can get Mamboleo Muhoroni Road done, and yet he knows the people of Muhoroni pay taxes. You don't need to do that.
Okay.